Have you ever felt so overwhelmed, so shattered by life's challenges, that it seemed like you might finally break? Like everything inside you is on the edge of snapping and there's nothing left to hold on to? That moment when pain weighs so heavy on your heart, your spirit feels cracked and the future looks uncertain. If you've ever been there, you're not alone. This feeling touches everyone at some point. But what if I told you something powerful, something that can change the way you see those moments forever? What if the very thing you fear most, breaking, is something that cannot happen to you? Because there is a force greater than your struggles, stronger than your pain, and deeper than your fears. It's the promise that God won't let you break. Not now, not ever. Life doesn't give warnings when the storms come. They crash into us suddenly, violently, and sometimes without mercy. We lose people, dreams, jobs, or the hope we once held so tightly. These moments feel like the end of everything. You might ask yourself, why me? How much more can I take? But here is the truth that runs deeper than your doubts. The storms don't come to destroy you. They come to shape you. They are a test, not a sentence. When the waves hit hardest, it's not because you are weak. It's because you are becoming strong in ways you cannot yet see. This is not just hopeful thinking. Human psychology tells us that resilience, the ability to bounce back from hardships, is something wired into us. Our minds and souls have a way of healing and growing, even in the worst pain. But what makes that healing deeper and unshakable is the belief that something greater is watching over you, guiding you, and holding you up even when you can't feel it. That something is God's strength, a strength that doesn't depend on your circumstances, your energy, or your willpower alone. It is a power that is always there, steady and unchanging, like a rock beneath your feet. When life feels unbearable, that strength becomes the foundation on which you stand. Even when your body is tired, your heart is heavy, and your mind is clouded, God's promise is that you will not break. This isn't just a comforting idea. It is a truth proven by countless stories of people who have faced unimaginable pain and yet refused to be defeated. Their secret wasn't that they never felt broken. It was that they never believed breaking was possible. They understood that what feels like breaking is often the beginning of transformation. Pain is a teacher, even when it's cruel. It strips away what is not real, what is shallow, and what does not serve your highest good. It forces you to confront your true self, your fears, your doubts, your limits, and then pushes you to rise beyond them. In those moments, the mind plays tricks. It wants you to give up, to accept defeat, to believe you are finished. But deep inside, where God's Spirit lives, there is a flame that cannot be extinguished. That flame is your true strength. It is what makes you unbreakable. This strength is not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about facing reality with courage. It's about knowing that no matter how hard life hits, your spirit is more powerful than any blow. It's about realizing that you are not alone in your fight. God is there in the silence, holding you up, even when you feel like falling. That presence is what turns moments of despair into moments of hope. If you stay with this truth, it will change your life. It will give you a new way to see your struggles, not as the end, but as the path to your greatest strength. Your challenges will no longer feel like chains, but like stepping stones. You will start to believe in the power inside you that can never be broken because it is sustained by something eternal. By holding on to this promise, you learn patience when you want to rush. You find peace when chaos surrounds you. You develop faith when doubts scream loudest. And with every passing day, you become more convinced that no matter how difficult life gets, God will never let you break. You are designed to endure, to grow, and to rise stronger than ever. Stay with this thought. Feel it in your heart, because in the next moments, you will discover something that will inspire you to face your struggles with new eyes. You will learn how to tap into that unbreakable strength that lives inside you, the strength that makes it impossible for life to truly break you. Keep listening, because the power of this truth is waiting for you, ready to transform your pain into purpose, your fear into courage, and your weakness into unstoppable strength. Life's storms are harsh, relentless, and often unfair. They come without warning and test every ounce of your strength. But these storms are not sent to break you, they are sent to prove that you cannot be broken. When everything around you feels like it's falling apart, it may seem like the world is against you. Your plans unravel, your heart aches, and doubt creeps in like a shadow. Yet, this is the exact moment when your true power begins to show. The struggle is not the end, it is a beginning. The pain is not a prison, it is a path to freedom. Every challenge you face carves a new layer of strength into your spirit. Just like metal becomes stronger when it is forged in fire, your soul is refined by hardship. This process may hurt, but it also prepares you for a life of resilience and victory. The key is to understand that pain is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of growth. When your mind tries to convince you that you are broken, remind yourself that this is a test of your spirit. You are being stretched, not shattered. There is a divine protection surrounding you that no eye can see, but every heart can feel. It's the quiet whisper in the chaos, the calm inside the storm. This protection does not always prevent pain or loss, but it ensures you will never be destroyed by them. When you feel overwhelmed and weak, this unseen shield is holding you steady. It is God's promise that no matter what comes your way, you will stand firm. Understanding this changes everything. It shifts your focus from fear to faith, from doubt to hope. You begin to see challenges not as enemies, but as allies that strengthen your foundation. This mindset fuels your resilience and keeps you moving forward even when the road is rough. You learn to trust that every difficult step is a step toward a stronger, wiser, and unbreakable version of yourself. There is a power working within you that is far greater than any pain or struggle you face. This power is not something you earn or acquire through effort alone. It is a gift placed inside you from the very beginning. It is a strength that flows from a source beyond the visible world, steady and constant, even when everything around you feels unstable. When life tries to push you down, this inner power lifts you up. It is the quiet force that keeps you breathing through the hardest moments and the gentle voice that reminds you to keep going when giving up feels easier. Many times, the battles you face seem to come from nowhere, leaving you feeling vulnerable and alone. But this hidden strength is always with you, waiting to be called upon. You don't have to dig for it because it's already there, built into your very soul. This power does not make the pain disappear, but it changes how you respond to it. Instead of breaking under pressure, you begin to bend and adapt, becoming more flexible and unshakable. When you tap into this strength, fear loses its grip. Doubt stops whispering lies. You start to believe in your ability to endure, to overcome, and to rise. This power fuels hope, and hope fuels courage. The moment you realize you carry this strength inside, the feeling of being broken fades away. Instead, you feel whole and capable, no matter how heavy the weight on your shoulders. This is not just wishful thinking. It is a truth grounded in the deepest parts of your being. Science shows us that the mind and spirit have an incredible capacity to heal and grow when supported by faith and belief in something greater. That belief is the key to unlocking the unbreakable nature within you. When you trust this power, you start to see challenges, not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. The strength you seek has been with you all along, ready to carry you through every storm life brings. Faith is the invisible shield that protects you when the world feels like it's closing in. It's not about denying reality or pretending problems don't exist. Instead, faith is the quiet confidence that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will come. It is the steady hand that holds you when your own strength runs out. When fear tries to take over and doubt creeps in, faith stands firm, reminding you that you are never alone and that you are stronger than any challenge you face. This faith does not make life easy. It doesn't erase pain or remove obstacles. What it does is give you the courage to face those hardships head on. When you believe in something greater than yourself, you tap into a well of strength that never runs dry. This belief fuels hope and creates resilience, enabling you to keep moving forward even when every step feels heavy. The mind is powerful, and what you choose to believe shapes your reality. Faith changes your focus from what is lost to what can be gained, from fear to trust, and from weakness to strength. The moments when you feel most vulnerable are the moments when faith is working hardest inside you. It is faith that whispers to your heart, "You will get through this." It is faith that turns tears into determination, doubt into belief, and despair into hope. When life tries to knock you down, faith helps you stand back up. It makes you unbreakable because it connects you to a strength that cannot be measured by circumstances. Holding on to faith means you trust the process, even when the path isn't clear. It means you believe that every hardship has a purpose and that you are being shaped into a stronger version of yourself. This trust shifts your mindset from feeling like a victim to becoming a warrior. Faith becomes the foundation upon which your unbreakable spirit is built, giving you the power to face any storm and rise again, no matter how many times life tries to push you down. When life feels like it's tearing you apart, stories of others who have faced similar battles can light a fire within your soul. These stories remind you that pain is not the end of the journey, but a part of it. Ordinary people just like you and me have stood at the edge of despair and found the courage to rise again. Their strength did not come from luck or chance, but from a deep well of faith and resilience. These examples serve as proof that no matter how broken a situation seems, the human spirit, when fueled by belief and determination, can overcome anything. Many who have walked through darkness have come out on the other side, not just intact, but transformed. They learned to see their struggles as teachers rather than enemies. Each hardship became a stepping stone, each tear a sign of growth. These stories are powerful because they are real. They show how faith can hold strong even when everything else falls away. They reveal how trusting in God's plan and purpose can create an unbreakable spirit, one that refuses to be defined by pain or defeat. What sets these unbreakable spirits apart is their mindset. They don't pretend to be without fear or sadness. Instead, they acknowledge these feelings and move forward anyway. They understand that resilience is not about never falling, but about getting up every time you do. Their courage lies in the choice to keep believing, to keep fighting, and to keep trusting that better days are coming. These stories are not just inspiring, they are a blueprint for your own strength. When you feel weak, remember that others have been there and survived. When you feel alone, know that many have walked the path before you and emerged stronger. Their journeys prove that no matter how fierce the storm, you will not break. Your spirit is made to endure, to rise, and to shine brighter than ever before. Your mind is the battlefield where every struggle is first fought. The thoughts you choose to nurture have the power to shape your reality. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to fall into patterns of negative thinking, believing you are weak, broken, or destined to fail. But the truth is, your mindset can either imprison you or set you free. Choosing to focus on hope, strength, and faith rewires your brain to see possibilities instead of obstacles. Psychology shows that our brains are wired to adapt to the stories we tell ourselves. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you are unbreakable, your mind begins to accept it as fact. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means consciously shifting your thoughts away from fear and doubt and toward resilience and trust. This mental shift creates a foundation of inner strength that helps you stand firm when storms rage. When you cultivate a mindset of victory, you start to expect good things, even in the face of hardship. You train your brain to look for solutions rather than problems. You learn to forgive yourself for setbacks and keep moving forward. This kind of thinking is like planting seeds of hope in a garden that will one day bloom into unshakable confidence and peace. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it must be guided by what you believe about yourself and your journey. If you see yourself as a victim, you will feel trapped and powerless. But if you believe you are strong, chosen, and supported by a higher power, you will find the courage to rise again and again. This mindset does not guarantee a life without pain, but it guarantees a life lived with purpose and strength. Your thoughts are the first step in becoming unbreakable. Choose them wisely. There will be moments when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear, when every step forward feels like climbing a mountain with no summit in sight, when giving up seems like the easiest choice. These are the moments when the mind tries to convince you that you are broken beyond repair, that your spirit cannot withstand any more pain. But it is precisely in these moments that the truth must be louder than the fear. You are not broken. You are not finished. You are being held. Feeling like giving up is a natural human response to overwhelming pain and exhaustion. It does not mean you lack strength. It means you are human. What separates those who survive and thrive from those who stay defeated is the decision to hold on, to cling to faith when doubt screams the loudest. When you feel like you cannot go any further, that is when your inner strength is being tested, and it is stronger than you realize. This feeling of despair is temporary. It may feel endless in the moment, but it will pass. Trust that this dark phase is not your final destination. There is a light waiting for you on the other side, a renewed spirit ready to rise. The very fact that you feel broken is proof you still have the capacity to heal. Your pain is not your end. It is a signal that your spirit is ready to transform. You are not alone in your struggle. Invisible hands are holding you up, even when you cannot see or feel them. This unseen support is steady and unchanging. It does not fail or falter. So when your body feels weak and your heart is heavy, lean into this promise. Know that no matter how deep the hurt, you will not break. Your spirit is stronger than any moment of doubt. You are being carried, even when you think you are falling. What feels like breaking is often a moment of preparation. Life's hardest trials are not designed to crush you, but to mold you. Like a sculptor shaping clay, every challenge carves you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. When you feel stretched to your limits, remember that you are not falling apart. You are being formed. The pressure you feel is the force that awakens your true potential. This process can be painful and confusing because growth rarely feels comfortable. It demands patience when all you want is relief. It calls for faith when logic tells you to give up. But every trial has a purpose beyond the immediate pain. It is preparing you for a future that only those who endure can reach. The struggle is not wasted. It is the training ground for the strength you will need tomorrow. You are becoming unbreakable, not because life is easy, but because you are learning how to rise despite difficulties. This preparation equips you with lessons about courage, resilience, and faith. It teaches you that setbacks are not defeats, but steps toward victory. Each challenge is a brick in the foundation of a spirit that cannot be shaken. Understanding this transforms your view of hardship. Instead of fearing struggle, you begin to welcome it as part of your growth. You recognize that the things which try to break you are actually shaping you into something greater. This shift in perspective fuels hope and gives you the power to keep moving forward. No matter how intense the pressure, you will not break. You are being prepared for your next chapter, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Embracing your unbreakable spirit means accepting that you are stronger than any challenge life throws your way. It means choosing to stand firm when everything inside you screams to run or give up. This strength is not about being perfect or never feeling pain. It is about facing those feelings and continuing anyway. It is the courage to say, I will not be defeated, even when the odds seem impossible. When you truly embrace this unbreakable spirit, you begin to see yourself through a new lens. You realize that setbacks do not define you, failures do not diminish you, and hardships do not destroy you. Instead, they reveal your capacity to endure and grow. This acceptance frees you from the weight of doubt and fear. It gives you the confidence to move forward with purpose, no matter how difficult the path may be. Living with an unbreakable spirit means choosing hope over despair, faith over fear, and action over paralysis. It means waking up every day with the belief that you can face whatever comes, because you have already overcome so much. This mindset becomes a shield, protecting you from the negative voices inside and outside of you. It fuels resilience, empowering you to keep going even when the journey feels long and exhausting. You were created to be unbreakable because inside you is a divine strength that cannot be shaken. When you accept this truth, you tap into a source of power that lifts you beyond your circumstances. You become unstoppable, not because life is easy, but because your spirit is fierce. Embracing your unbreakable spirit is the ultimate act of courage, a declaration that no matter what, you will rise, stand tall, and keep moving forward with unwavering strength. No matter how dark or difficult the struggle, there is a power holding you steady, something greater than your pain, stronger than your doubts. This power is not distant or indifferent. It is close, personal, and unchanging. It is the force that keeps you breathing when you feel like giving up, the quiet strength that steadies your heart in the chaos. When life tries to break you, this power wraps around your spirit like a shield, making it impossible for you to be truly broken. This presence is not always obvious. It doesn't always come with loud signs or immediate relief. Sometimes it is found in the silence, in the stillness of your soul when everything else fades away. It is the unseen support that never leaves, even when you feel most alone. This power is patient and faithful, holding you through every tear, every moment of fear, and every time you stumble. It reminds you that your worth is not defined by your struggles, but by the strength you show in facing them. Recognizing this power changes everything. It shifts your perspective from helplessness to hope. It teaches you that while pain may be real and heavy, it is not permanent. Your spirit is meant to rise, to heal, and to grow beyond what you ever imagined possible. This understanding gives you the courage to keep going, even when the road is rough and the journey seems endless. You are never truly alone. There is a divine strength that carries you, lifts you, and holds you fast. It is this strength that makes you unbreakable. When you lean into this truth, you find a deep peace and unwavering confidence that no matter what comes, you will endure. You will rise. You will stand strong. You will not break. There are moments when the pain feels unbearable, when every fiber of your being wants to give in to despair. It's natural to feel weak during these times, but strength is not the absence of vulnerability. It is the courage to face it. When you feel broken, it's not a sign that you have failed, it's a sign that you are human. What matters most is how you respond in those moments. You may not feel strong, but the strength inside you is deeper than you realize. It is rooted in the Spirit, nurtured by faith, and sustained by the belief that you are not alone. This inner strength does not rely on your circumstances or your emotions. It comes from a source that never fades. It is the quiet power that holds you up when your body and mind want to give out. During your darkest hours, remind yourself that feeling broken is temporary. It does not define you. Pain is a visitor, not a resident. It is passing through, shaping you, teaching you, preparing you for what lies ahead. Your spirit is being strengthened with every tear, every struggle, every moment you choose to keep going. The journey through pain is not easy, but it is transformative. It teaches you resilience, patience, and the true meaning of courage. You learn that real strength is found not in avoiding hardship, but in facing it head on with the knowledge that you will come through stronger. This is the essence of being unbreakable. No matter how deep the hurt or how long the night, you are being held by a power that never lets go. This truth gives you the courage to rise again and again. You will not break, because your spirit is designed to endure, to overcome, and to shine even in the darkest times. What feels like breaking is often the beginning of a new chapter. When life pushes you to your limits, it's not to tear you down, but to prepare you for what's next. Just like a seed must be buried in darkness before it can grow into a strong tree, you are being shaped through challenges to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The pressure you feel now is the very force that awakens your potential. Growth rarely feels comfortable. It asks for patience when you crave relief and demands faith when you are filled with doubt. Yet every struggle carries a purpose beyond the pain you experience today. You are not being broken. You are being prepared. Each trial is a step forward, building the foundation for a spirit that cannot be shaken. This understanding transforms how you see hardship. Instead of fearing difficulty, you begin to embrace it as part of your journey. You realize that the things which try to break you are actually molding you into a better version of yourself. This shift in perspective gives you hope and fuels your courage. No matter how intense the pressure, you will not break. You are becoming unbreakable. Remember, the storms you face are temporary, but the strength you gain lasts forever. The person you are becoming on the other side of this struggle will be equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. The pain is not wasted. It is your preparation, your training, and your transformation. Through this process, you will discover a depth of strength you never knew existed, and you will rise not broken, but stronger than ever before.